Welcome PSY 310 students. This is my week 12 commentary in our 15-week semester together. Springtime is here in Liverpool, and it's quite nice. And today my mind is on anticipating your oral presentations and making the best use of our next 3 weeks so that you'll achieve good endings. That being said, our reading for this chapter is really about the relationship between learning and personality, and the key concept really is Albert Bandura's theory of reciprocal determinism, and that even as learning shapes who we are shapes learning. And ultimately we'll come to the question of learning styles. Now let me say off the top that learning styles is pretty much minimized in Funder's text, and many researchers would claim that the evidence supporting learning styles is unconvincing. Now that being said, it's a possibility, therefore, that learning styles don't exist, but more likely that good research designs haven't yet captured what we really mean by learning styles. So that's an impression that I want you to think about, and by the end of the week hopefully post on the discussion board some of your thinking about the relationship between learning and personality. Funder covers some very important basic learning theories, some of which may be a review for you. So basically you'll be looking at radical behaviorism, and if you've not discovered what's radical about behaviorism in intro psych, this is certainly the time to do it. You'll then move on to three of the greats in the history of psychology, that's to say Rotter, Bandura, and Walter Mischel. And I might add that of those, only Albert Bandura is living today and still quite influential. And so bringing us up to the 21st century almost, I would argue that, of course, missing from this chapter is a discussion of digital media mediating our learning style as well. But that's almost a whole other course in cyber psychology, so we needn't worry too much about that. So do become familiar with those four major theorists and understand how they differ. Though I think Bandura and Mischel are probably the two most important. In any case, as far as preparing for testing, if you haven't downloaded the Test 5 prep notes, this is a good time to do it. Test 5 is the last of your tests, with the exception of an optional test that you can use to replace a low test grade if you wish. My recommendation is take it, if only as a learning experience. It cannot possibly hurt you, because if you get a low score on it, it will be thrown out. Okay, with respect to student conferences, I still haven't had one with every student in the class, and that was my hope. Going into this semester, we have 3 weeks left, so if you haven't yet experienced a video conference consultation, this would be an excellent time to get input on your course project, hopefully making it less stressful and more doable for you. I would invite that for those who still are interested. If you've already had a conference, feel free to schedule another one, and I do hope that some of you will schedule one-to-one video conferences with Czech students and get a cross-cultural perspective on your project. We now have 38 people in our international community. I know some of you have succeeded in connecting with each other. I'm delighted to note that at least one international oral presentation group has been formed. So I would encourage you to, if you haven't at least gone to the Google community, do that this week and find out what it's all about. All right, we're approaching the 5-minute mark. I like to keep my commentaries somewhat brief. By all means, let me know if you want longer commentaries or different kinds of commentaries. I'm very much committed to our finishing these last 4 weeks in good shape. So let me know what you need for good endings. Have a good week.